Hi folks, Max Rock here with Multifamily Geeks at multifamilygeeks.com. Um, we have a free download of our underwriting template that we use to examine whether or not we want to invest in deals. You can go there and download this, but I wanted to show you one feature before I explain how to do that. This is a cool aspect we like when you're talking to investors about a deal you found. You know, they're going to say, well, if I put in a certain amount of money, what are my returns? And if you can see right here, let's do a more reasonable of an investment. Let's say we had a $100,000 investment in this deal. Excuse me. So here we're showing in year one, there's an annual cash on cash with equity basis adjusted, right? So we're seeing here the 4.85% in the first year. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, you know, this deal's not good enough to go into, right? And that may be true. This is just an example of how this calculator helps you explain to investors what we're talking about. So the IRR on this project levels are 19.55%. That's definitely good enough for investors. And here's the net return to LP investors, 15.53%, right? So we're seeing if you put in 100 grand, here we're getting 15,000 back in the first year. Here we're getting 63,000 back in the second year, and part of that will be from proceeds of a refi. So this underwriting template allows you to include several aspects of your investment. Let's go back to the input tab here and see the tabs along the bottom. This is under the returns tab. Let's go back to input really quickly, just to show you your options. So here we have on this property a 5-year hold. We can adjust the term, the hold term. And watch the returns up here, the IRR of the project level versus the LP investors. Let's say we shift that to a 4%. Here we dropped a 4-year term. We dropped to 17.87%. So we like the 5-year term better on this one. Let's even go to a 6, just see what it goes to. Here we jump to a 21% IRR. So this is where we can play with how long should the hold be on this particular property. Here we also have a refinance option in year 2. Now we can toggle this off, so we can say no refi. Notice our return drops to 16%. But a lot of projects we want to refi in, say, this one's set to year number 2. I might even like it in year number 3. Let's see what happens there. Notice it drops a little bit. So we really like the refi on this one in the second year. We like the hold on this one 6 years. And now when we're talking to an investor, we click on the returns tab and they say, well, I want to put in $200,000, right? What can I expect to see back if these projections are to hold true? So here we have a $30,000 payout in the first year, according to these projections, $126,000 payout in the second, $13,000, right? So our entire return is $345,000 over that 6-year hold, right? So this just makes it a lot easier to talk to an investor. And what we would do, of course, is go ahead and drop, several of these scenarios into a single sheet. We'd probably put a $50,000 investment, $100,000, maybe a $250,000. And for those big investors, they want to know if I've got my $1 million, right? I want to go ahead and put that into this project. I want to see what my returns are. They're $726,000 over the 6-year hold period. And here would be the expected projections if we were to hit the numbers of the underwriting. So this is just a cool feature of this free underwriting template. You can go to multifamilygeeks.com, right? Let's just show you that. Go to Google. Multifamilygeeks.com. There we go. If I can just type that in. Mine goes directly there. If your cookies aren't loaded, it might go to a search. Please see our 5 core values: team player, humbly confident, do what we say, do what's right, continually growing. We're serious about those. We need those to be a part of our relationships for investment, where relationships are so very important. If you scroll down, I guess I can scroll down a little bit slower. You're going to see some of the properties we're in. You're going to see our team. You're going to see some of our values match associates. You can find our you can find our YouTube video playlist here. All of the videos we've made can be found in one spot. And then when downloading this underwriting template, click on it. Give it a few seconds here to open. Okay, and notice all the tabs at the bottom. There's a lot of tabs, and sometimes those get hidden, so sometimes there's some secret stuff down there if you just scroll over once you download this. It's a little bit of a large file, right? So you can see it downloading there. Now what you want to do, though, is go File, Download, Microsoft Excel. Once you click this, it's going to go down to your Downloads folder. And if you have that open, right, you can just click on your downloads. Click Downloads here. Right, so there it is. That's the actual Excel file. Now you're going to upload this to wherever you want it. You can put it on your hard drive, or you could upload it to your shared Google folders, or whatever you want to do. All right. And in addition to that, if you click back to the website, right, there's additional downloads for our investment criteria, additional downloads for underwriting standards, and a link to a training video number 1. It's just one of our videos, but if you want to see the whole YouTube playlist, you can go through this link here. All right. Hope that helps. Hope you enjoy using the template, and get in contact with us, especially if you got a deal. We want to sponsor your first or next deal. All right. Thanks so much.